Everybody doing today? This is a redo video from what I did early this morning. I went to check up on it. It seemed that YouTube shortened my video to only 11 seconds. 11 seconds. So I mean, it's really, you know, EPA is going after cars, you know. They're using the thing called soft language, right? Soft language, right? Okay. They're using the term race car, okay? There are cars on the road that look like that do look like race cars, but not race cars, okay? For example, sorry. If you look at the current cars now, if you look at the Ford Mustang, if you look at the GTR, if you look at Chevy Camaro, if you look at the Dodge Challenger, Scat Pack, or Dodge, I mean the Hellcat, Charger and Challenger, the Challenger Demon and whatnot. They're going after these auto people, you know. They're going after aftermarket companies, tuning companies, and whatnot. Now, the only way that the EPA is going after everybody here in the auto industry, including the car enthusiasts, is they're using the soft language of, they're using soft language, okay? Soft language. If you guys want to know what I'm talking about, okay. Over 30 years ago, I watched a show of George Carlin, and he talked about what these feminists do, what these left-wing people do. They change the meaning of the word. Okay, for example, he mentioned about shell shock, the term shell shock. Okay, shell shock was a term used during World War I, where a soldier's nervous system is put to, complete point of where it's the nervous system of the soldier's mind is about to snap, right? Now, there is a footage of a World War I vet that is suffering from shell shock, okay? Look it up on YouTube, Google it, maybe what we're going to call it. Shell shock, okay? World War II, they changed it to battle fatigue, okay? This is a soft language that the language that they changed, okay? Korean War, right? Operational exhaustion. Same issue, but different meaning, different phrase, right? Vietnam War. We have post-traumatic stress disorder, okay? If the word was still shell shock, the Vietnam vets, Gulf War vets, the veterans now could have gotten the care they needed. No bullshit. Okay. The EPA is using soft language of, they're using race car. They're using race car, right? They're trying to tell you, the car enthusiast, okay? Not everybody is building a race car out of a stock car, okay? Now, SEMA is standing up to the EPA for every single car enthusiast, okay? You have companies like Flowmaster, HKN, HNK or HKN, or a lot of these aftermarket companies who are making parts for anybody's vehicle. If it's a tuner, muscle, truck, you name it, call it. Okay? Now, The EPA doesn't really know a damn thing about cars. They assume, okay? Now, check this out. They're saying superchargers, tuning kits, and exhaust system, call it, they are going to be illegal. Now, what does a supercharger, a tuning kit, or a exhaust system have anything to do with what a jet can put out? John Kerry went to Europe in a private jet that put out more emissions than any vehicle on the road, okay? You have jets, Boeing jets put out more emissions than any other, I mean, they put out more emissions than any vehicle, man. Since 1975, if you're driving a car or a car, any vehicle, it has a catalytic converter in it. Okay? Your vehicle gets smogged on the month that's on your license plate. Okay, you have the month, then you have the year. The year is your tag. Okay, the month is when you need to be smogged. Say you have month of February or August, right, or July. It's when you gotta smog your vehicle, right? But they want the automotive the motorsports to be on the same level as regular civilian cars, right? Race cars are supposed to be on the track. They're built to be on the track. They're built to be on the drag strip. They're built to be on the track, not on the road, right? You're driving a tuner, say like a Honda Civic, right? Not everybody who's driving a Honda Civic is tuning it to be or like a race car. Just a regular car, stock. It ain't tuned. Just a car you buy off the showroom floor. You drive it. You get it smogged when it needs to be smogged. It has a catalytic converter like any other vehicle now. Any vehicle from 74 back does not have a catalytic converter. But the EPA is really power hungry. They're in a hunger for more control and make more tight regulations on your vehicle. Okay. Again, I've seen Camaros, I've seen Mustangs, I've seen Challengers, I've seen people drive, say, Trackhawk. I mean, basically even a pickup truck, right? Sound like a raw sound, you know. Pretty cool, but you know, not everybody rams their engine and shit and hauls ass. Yes, you know. People they're going to flow of traffic, right? Yeah. But I watched a hearing from 2015, okay? This lady works for the EPA. She's testifying in front of Congress, okay? Two members of Congress really gave her the ringer because motorsports is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Okay, NASCAR, Formula One, Rally, WRC, World Rally Championship. Okay, a multi-billion-dollar industry. NHRA, SCCA, a multi-billion-dollar company, business. You know. Third, aftermarket parts like Flowmaster, MagnaFlow, HKN or something like that, AMG, all companies that produce aftermarket parts for your car, your truck, I mean, whatever vehicle you're driving. Say you're driving a Subaru Legacy and you want to throw in a nice turbocharger, right? You want to twin turbo your Legacy station wagon, right? All-wheel drive. It has the Boxer engine and shit. You want to do a little drifting up the Nakagi mountain and shit like that, you know. But the EPA recently rated three people right now. There's people that would love to tune your car for you, but they're afraid that they would lose their business, man. I'm like, okay, they also, if you own it, if you say, okay, beep, 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 back, truck up, right? Okay. There are tuning companies that'll tune your car for you, okay? The EPA, if they raid your business, they're going to know they want to search your records, okay? If you sell parts, they're going to know what parts you sold. Whether it's a exhaust kit, a supercharger, turbocharger, or you want to buy a new, or if you get a crate motor for your vehicle, right? Now, Fiat Chrysler released a 1,000 horsepower, 960 foot-pounds of torque Hemi engine, okay? 426, 1,000 horsepower about a couple years back, okay? A crate motor. The guy who was involved in the first 2 films of Fast and Furious franchise, man, he even talked about it, right? It's getting to the point where the EPA, it's all about money, right? All right? Again. To the EPA, it's about this, right? It's about this. How about this? They use the language race car, right? And if they find it a lot of so far they find Flowmaster about $280,000, man, right? Magaflow, $150,000, right? They find at the Diesel Brothers $800,000. It's all about this. It's been always about this. And to them, if you go against what the EPA is going for, they're going to fine you heavily, people. And it's all about this, man. It's all about the fucking money. It's all about the fucking money, man. All about the fucking dough here, dude. They're going after these tuner shops, man. They're going after aftermarket companies, man. The little guy who sells you parts, you know, like a turbocharger, supercharger, man. Exhaust kits, tuning kits. Like, why go? I mean, they've been going after motorsports for a long fucking time. They're saying, oh, well, the car is putting out more emissions. Motherfucker, go ask John Kerry why he took a private jet that put out more emissions than any car. I say, one private jet, okay? Just like a Boeing jet, right? A Boeing jet puts out more emissions. Okay? Now think. A Boeing 767, okay, puts out more emissions than more than 50 cars combined. Okay? A private jet that John Kerry took to go to Europe to get that prize from battling global warming, which is, see, global warming is like fossil fuel. They don't fucking exist, folks. One private jet, okay, puts out more emissions, okay, than 15 cars combined. More than 20 cars combined, right? Because the engines, they're fucking massive, man. Right? Diesel rigs, man. Diesel rigs are now becoming more fuel efficient, right? Fuel efficient. And, dude, back in the day, diesel rigs put out a lot of emissions, but not enough like John Kerry's private jet, the government Boeing 767, and even the AC-130 that they use put out more emissions than any car combined. And the EPA saying, we're going to ban you if we get our way, we're going to make sure you don't buy a supercharger or turbocharger or whatever you want to put on your car because we say so, because we're the EPA. Yeah, EPA, eat a dick. But, okay, you know, so sorry about that. But here's the thing, okay? How many people, okay, would tune their car, right? They tune their car because they love their car, okay? They tune their trucks to be, I mean, look, Ford Raptor, the Dodge TRX, right? Two of the baddest trucks on the planet, right? Best trucks. I'm a Ford guy, so I'll go with the Raptor. The EPA wants to ruin your day. They want to ruin your fun. They want to ruin the employment jobs of people who work in this industry. Okay? I mean, year one, okay? Year one, a company that builds parts for cars, like say a Cadillac Eldorado. They build an exhaust for a Cadillac Eldorado or a rear end for a Hemi Cuda, or they build suspension for say a 55 Chrysler 300. Right? Classic cars. Say you want to wrestle mod a car or a truck or whatever you want to do. That's where the business comes from. You, the car enthusiast, you, the vehicle owner, you want to tune your car to a way like something unorthodox, right? Say you own a Yugo, right? You see this Yugo like a, you want to throw in a little bit of a Type R thing, you know, put in a B20 engine, right? B20. You want to tune it, VTEC from a Honda Civic and whatnot. I've seen a Yugo one time. The guy bought a Yugo, early 80s Yugo. He took the car looked like it needed to be just thrown to the junkyard, but no. The dude took this body of a Yugo, and the parts he put on it was from a Dodge Neon SRT4. Okay, this thing was bona fide Dodge part. Okay, engine, transmission, suspension, shock, strut, the whole fucking 9 yards. This thing was bona fide fucking badass, right? He painted the car bayside blue with black pinstripes up the front, up the top, down the back. This thing was like, it looked like it was a blast of the past of Dodge's terrible nightmare history here, folks. But this Yugo was rear-wheel drive. Okay, rear-wheel drive. Okay, I mean, this thing had RT shit on there, SRT stuff on it, seats, everything else. Looked pretty badass, you know. It could do the 10s in about 130, 135, about 130. But this is the kind of stuff that EPA doesn't want you to do. They want you to stop doing this shit because they say so. They say you're banned from turning your car into a race car. Why? It ain't on the street. It's on the track. We race it on the track. You race it on the drag strip. You drift racing on the drift track. Why? For fun. You take a 03 Ford Focus SVT ZX3 car, front-wheel drive. Put in a turbo, put in a better intercooler. You want to see if you can do the 8s now for a mile, right? But EPA's going to step up and says, no, ain't going to do it. You do it, we're going to fine you heavily. Okay, why? Why fine someone heavily? Like the Diesel brothers who got fined $800,000. Again, it's about the fucking money. That's all it is. It's about fucking money. See, they use the phrase race car to get their point across. Try to make up a point to get across to make the motorsports industry, to make car enthusiasts afraid to get their car tuned, right? To put fear in companies that do the tuning. To put fear in the companies that sell you the parts for your vehicle. Like exhaust, turbocharger, supercharger, transmission. If you put in a different transmission that ain't stock. Tires, right? Tires too. Tires will not be heavy. Has to be exactly to the the EPA's specification regulation thing. Why? What if you want to put a set of Mickey Thompson's all-terrain on, say, on your 65 Chevy Nova panel wagon, right? You want to put some kick-ass tires, man. You want to put on a turbocharger on your 327, all this shit. But you can't. Well, guess what, kids? All your little fun's over. Except SEMA is pissed. SEMA is... They're for the little guy. They're for the car enthusiast, right? They're for motorsports. SCCA, NHRA, right? Formula One, NASCAR, right? WRC. It's not about the environment. It ain't about the emissions. It's not. What it's really about, I will tell you what it's really about. It ain't about the emissions. It ain't about the supercharger. It ain't about the car's tuning or the exhaust. It's about this. It's about money. It's about money. It will always be about money. Always will be. They want to make you broke. They want to put fear in the little guy. Why? Why a group of people that don't know a damn thing about vehicles? Do not know shit about cars, trucks, right? I mean, any kind of vehicle. What's a kick-ass exotic, kick-ass tuner, muscle truck, whatever you want to call it, man. It will always be about fucking money. The EPA don't need to know shit about cars to get their shit across, man. They want to overstep their bounds to make things very restrictive for the car owner. If you own a tuner like a Honda Civic, Toyota Supra, Eclipse, muscle car like a Mustang, Charger, Camaro, man. No, a pickup truck. Of any kind of truck, good truck. Small truck, big truck, whatever it is. They want to make it hard for you guys to have fun with your vehicle, man. So, support the RPM Act. Protect your favorite thing, that is motorsports, man. The aftermarket parts has nothing to do with the emissions, okay? If you own say a Subaru WRX STI with all the fixes, all the good shit, and it still passes smog, man. Your vehicle can put out 600 horsepower and still pass smog. If your Mustang puts out 500 horsepower and still pass smog, man. Think about it. If your truck puts out 450 and can still pass smog, you have a, say, Flowmaster exhaust on your pickup truck. Say it's a Silverado, right? A Silverado. Or a classic S10. Say from 85, right? 85 S10. Tuned up V6 to put a turbocharger on that fucker. Put a set of Flowmaster on that thing. May sound loud, may sound, but it's just a V6 truck with a V6 turbocharged, man. You still pass smog. There's nothing wrong with your vehicle, but there's something wrong with EPA, right? EPA. Here in California, EPA runs this fucking state, man. If you buy a car from Nevada, can't bring it here in California. Why? Because you got to change the emissions for California's emissions crap, man. California has the worst restrictions on emissions, man. Now the EPA wants to make it federal. Now, I'm wondering what happened if the EPA loses this one. If SEMA and if the RPM Act goes into law. EPA can't do shit about it. But they will try to get around it. I think what we need a civilian board to watch the EPA. In each state, we need to have a civilian panel, watch board, a civilian watchdog to keep an eye on the EPA. Just like we do for law enforcement. We have civilian board, man. People who keep an eye on law enforcement whenever they fuck up and shit, man. I think, yeah. Yeah. I think we need that. I think we need a watchdog group to keep an eye on EPA. Yeah. Ah, yes. Yes. Idea worth having. We need a civilian board in each state to keep an eye on the EPA. I think that's just the right idea. I think each state should have their own civilian board to keep an eye on the EPA. Because the EPA has really fucked up. The EPA has really fucking overstepped their bounds, man. We need, again, a civilian board to keep an eye on the EPA. A civilian watch group, the government watchdogs of civilians to keep an eye on the EPA. Right? Alright, folks, it's good old Grandmaster Revan here. If you're new to this channel, subscribe, leave a comment below, leave a like, hit the bell for notification, and if you got this transmission, you are the resistance. I'm Grandmaster Revan. Not just free, not just power. Always be healthy and well wise. I love you guys. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out. Godspeed. And God bless motorsports.